Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. So I just saw this news online. I don't know how serious it is, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to brush this off as this young man talking. Teofimo Lopez was talking about he wants Errol Spence next. Not even next. He says he wants to fight him. Now, here we go again with this fella putting the carriage before the horse. All right. The problem with Teofimo Lopez not too long ago was that he was walking around behaving like the rock star that he is not. He was walking around behaving like the rock star that he is not. I'll say it again. He was walking around behaving like the rock star he is not. And for those of you that have been living on the moon, let me refresh your memory about Teofimo Lopez. All right. At one point, I did support him heavy. I did. Leading up to the Lomachenko fight, the young man was putting in work. He has a lot of talent. All right. To say that he doesn't have talent, that would be complete hatred. All right. He has a lot of talent. He has great power. But with great power comes great responsibility. And the young man wasn't responsible. First thing he did, and salute to him, he beat Vasily Lomachenko again, because y'all do know Vasily Lomachenko lost before, right? Okay, so he beats Vasily Lomachenko, something that I said he could do, and he did. He almost blew it in the second half of the fight, but he held on, and he won. And I celebrated, and I congratulated, and I was happy. Why? Because I thought, with that being said, there was one more fight to go for undisputed, and that was with who? Devin the Dream Haney. And I just knew we were going to get an undisputed showdown at 135. And what did this guy do? I'll tell you what happened. He was franchised. I was immediately confused, as was the rest of the boxing world. All right? Immediately confused. Well, let me say this. Based off of the rules, the original rules of the franchise status, we knew he was not undisputed. But if you was unconditionally a fan of Teofimo Lopez, you didn't care. If he said he was undisputed, you believed he was undisputed. The original rules of the franchise status, it stated that it is a special status. Special status that has to be requested. And once you receive that status, basically you can go up and down and wait or whatever, but you never lose it. But you can't have the franchise status and the real WBC strap at the same time. Therefore, you have to relinquish one in order to have the other. That's what happened with Vasily Lomachenko. Okay? That's what happened with him. He was a WBC champion. When it was Devin Haney's time up, he let the WBC strap go, and he accepted the franchise status. Okay? Now, he got on camera and lied and said it was given to me. I never asked for it. Mauricio Suleiman said, no, he asked for it. Regardless, Vasily, if it was offered to you and Suleiman's lying, if it was offered to you, you accepted it, man. You're just as guilty. But this ain't about you. It's about Teo. So what happened was he lost to Teo. Now, based off the original rules, Lomachenko should still be franchised. But what happened was Teofimo requested it. He requested it. So he had 3 belts plus the franchise status, and he was running around talking about, I am undisputed. And he still stands by that right now, today as we speak. He still stands on that, which is amazing. All right? We also found out some things later that he did an interview, and I played it on my show frequently, that they were having meetings behind closed doors, and he said, Devin, you being a champion, it's just not in the plans. I played it on my show. And I'm more than likely I'll play it again because I'm gonna touch on this topic again. All right, I'm just painting a picture to remind people, or for people that didn't know, what kind of person Teofimo Lopez is. So he was running around talking about he was franchised, and hot on his heels was a guy by the name of George Kambosos. He postponed that fight a million times. He caught COVID and all this other stuff, and then he had a $1 million contract, few $1 million contract with Trilla or something like that. Didn't matter. He eventually fights George, and I'm giving you the accelerated version. He fights George Kambosos in New York and lays an egg, loses, gets knocked down in the first round. He came back, almost knocked out George Kambosos because he's a bozo. Almost knocks out George Kambosos in the 10th round, but he held on and he got the nod at the end of the fight. Teofimo does a backflip in the ring on the empty arena. All right. He ducked undisputed, and it didn't work out for him. He ends up going up to 140 now. So now he's up there talking about I'm gonna be two-time undisputed at 140. Okay. He has a fight coming up against Sandor Martin, the Spaniard. And if you guys don't know who that is, that's the guy who retired Mikey Garcia. Okay? This is not an easy fight. I trust, if you're a Teofimo fan, you better hope he's not taking Sandor lightly. Now, that's boxing. Teo could go in there and starch him early. But I wouldn't take Sandor Martin lightly. This guy's going to show up to fight. Okay? Now, I said all that to say this. Teofimo, excuse me, already has a habit of putting the carriage before the horse. All right? He had his career, like, he had a plan already. He was gonna be undisputed. He was gonna ride that undisputed wave with that fake franchise status all the way up to 140, and Josh Taylor was next and all this other stuff. One night slowed all that up. Matter of fact, one night ruined it. He got in there and laid an egg. He ruined it. All right? And now you're calling out Errol Spence. So here we go again. You're calling out names and it's the takeover and all this other stuff. Bro, you got to beat Sandor Martin. What are you doing, young man? What are you doing? Relax. Slow down. Okay? Slow down. Slow down. I wanted to give you guys a detailed description as fast as I can on who Teofimo Lopez is. And between him and Errol, this is no brainer. Okay, he can't box well enough for 12 rounds to keep Errol off of him. He has fatigue problems. All right, he has decent power, but Errol's hanging on at 147. He's gonna be at 154 soon. And as soon as Errol puts the gas on him, he's gonna knock Teo out. Teo wants no part of Errol Spence. He's just talking. This is marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is marketing. All right? This isn't the takeover. This is the fake over. He's full of shit. He don't mean what he say. But if he does, keep working. Turn some heads. Then say Errol's name. But in the meantime, yeah, 140. All right? You got to beat Sandor Martin. And you got a lot going on at 140, man. There's a lot of smoke there for you. Dude, keep Errol's name out your mouth, man. You know better than this. Bronx on deck. Move!